As if parents didn't already have enough to worry about with their teens behind the wheel, they can add drowsy driving to the list.
It's very easy to fall asleep if you don't realize just how tired you are after a long day, especially being that young and that inexperienced a driver.
New research from Liberty Mutual Insurance and Students Against Destructive Decisions shows a third of teens are driving while drowsy, and 1 in 10 has fallen asleep behind the wheel.
It is scary for me just because the inexperience, they just don't understand how to be careful, especially if they are going to school, having to work jobs after school, like how tired you can be after a shift.
It's definitely true that when folks are drowsy, their reaction time is much different.
Dr. Michael Fitch is an emergency physician at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. He has seen accidents related to drivers dozing off.
There have been some recent studies that have demonstrated that drowsy driving can be very dangerous, and in fact, in some ways, it can be very similar to driving while intoxicated with alcohol.
And that's why people like Randy Wiles want to get the message out there.
It's definitely true that when folks are drowsy, their reaction time is much different.
Well, I put a mirror right here.
He's a certified driving instructor and owner of Wiles Driving School. He says there is a lot of talk about drunk driving, but he's teaching students to recognize when they're not alert.
Talk to them about when they go to lock-ins or spend the night with people, and getting up the next morning and thinking to drive home, and kind of just be aware of how they feel.
And that if they are too tired, to let someone know.
If they can't drive, let someone else drive, or designate somebody to come pick them up.
We'll probably have more of a conversation about being drowsy. It's your typical conversation about not getting behind the wheel, not drinking, not doing drugs, that kind of thing. But I need to bring this to his attention because the drowsy thing, I can see after a long day, especially that young, as tired as teenagers are, that can become problematic.